What's up everybody? Are you ready to learn how to start generating more leads, more sales, and gain more business partners in the next 30 days? So let me show you guys that this stuff works that I'm about to teach you. First, let me start at the leaderboard. So Adriana, Kimberly, this is a 10K per month strategy, and it does work, whether or not you're inside the Newbies on Fire business. The Newbies on Fire business is the perfect place to start because, if you're coming from a place where you need to be making more sales and generating more leads to meet your monthly goals, Newbies on Fire is branded for you to be able to introduce new people to a new idea and be comfortable with the brand. So we're gonna go over into my team. Right, all the red arrows, they haven't got started yet. So we got, right, you see this is a $25 product right here, the starter training course team. This is a $100 product. So that's where we're at. So how did we do this, and how how have we been operating our business in the past 30 days? So I'll come over to my timeline just to show you guys. Right, we're leading with branding. We're branding ourselves, making our brand stronger and stronger. Doing videos and going over your brand and giving value to the marketplace only helps you. So when you commit to this full-heartedly and give, people will come to you and want to do business with you. That is the principles of attraction marketing. Right, here's a business post. You can see it's not all business. I have all day to promote my business, so there's no reason to spam the business over and over and over again. Creativity is key. Now, over the next 30 days, I'm gonna break this. If you join my team, you're gonna learn a lot more in the next 30 days versus just watching this video. If you apply all this information, you will get results, especially if you look more long term, and put your results in a 30-day window where you're able to move forward regardless of money. You're able to move forward and provide value for a minimum of 21 days to 30 days. You should really be more willing to commit for 365 days, because this information does in fact work, and you want to believe it as full-heartedly as you can in the beginning, because that's gonna determine the speed that you move forward at, your enthusiasm. So what's the formula? Well, let's times this number by 5, right? Because that 5 involves the formula. So 1500 plus 300 plus 25. Okay, so what does this number have to do with anything? 1875. This is going to be the amount of posts you would do over the course of 365 days. 1,875 posts. Okay, and I'm going to show you how you're going to be able to do this effortlessly, passionately, and it's going to make a lot of sense to you. So let's go ahead and restart the All app. Let me the real thing you need to have success online is 1, your brand, and then 2, leads. right? So if you spend a majority of your time teaching these things, you'll be teaching correct information to the marketplace that will help move them forward, and people will love you for this. It's over a course of time. Remember, you want to give yourself at least 30 days, if not the whole 365, to move forward regardless, right? So what is moving forward? What is moving forward over these next 30 days actually going to look like for you? If you're already on my Newbies on Fire team, congratulations. This is a part of the branding training. I decided that about 5 minutes and 40 seconds into this video, which is now. So over the course of 30 days, you're going to be focusing on looking at this formula, right, versus this formula. Now, this is an example of bad branding. This is all business posts. There's nothing new that you're trying. There's no real effort you're putting in. All you're doing is sharing business posts to your audience, and chances are they hate it. They don't love it. So if they don't love it, how are they going to do business with you? So let's take a look at this in a bigger picture. Let's take a look at the bad in a bigger picture before we get started with the good. We're going to compare them both, right? We got this right here, which is the 80-20 rule, and this right here, which is, you know, rookie mistake. Trust me when I say rookie mistake, you're going to save yourself a lot of time, money, and energy if you follow the 80-20 rule. So let's go over the rookie mistake. We'll start and finish with making every business post look exactly the same. You know, so right now, pretty much this gets boring. Let's explain the boringness of it. Why is boring? Well, you know, I'm drawing red squares on the screen right now. If I threw a circle inside of these red squares, how much more interesting would the red squares be? Right? I didn't throw that in there, but I threw that idea of that in there. Did the red squares become more interesting or not? We're going to speed things up, and we're going to make these squares a little faster. So how we're going to do that is we're going to think a little smarter outside of the box. We got one, right? Imagine these are all business posts, right? We're going to show them in a second. They're all going to be red squares. They're all the same business post, etc., etc., etc. So we're going to take this, draw down, draw down. Okay, so let's start with the lines. You see the lines that are curved a little bit? That doesn't change the fact that you're pretty much shoving your business opportunity down people's throats. You know, you're asking them to buy from you, but you haven't showed them nothing except the brand of a company that they don't know. They knew you before they knew the company, so they would join based off your word of the company versus the company word of itself. If that makes sense to you, leave a comment below, whether you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube. So if these are all business posts, how many people would join business 1? How many people would join business 2? excuse me, business 4, 5, you know, they all look the same, so it doesn't really matter which business it is, more so than what's actually being done in the process. So as we said, there's 5 posts. If your first post of the day, right, if let's set a rule, the squares I draw black in now represent business posts. Every other square that doesn't have a black mark inside of it represents something that's not business related, that has an uplifting message, brings people together, brings you closer to your goal, and moves you forward and enables you to help others get what they want. So let's go ahead and draw the X's now. 1X. Notice I'm keeping 4 red boxes in between every business post. So I'm not oversaturating my audience's tolerance for my business post now. Now they see new information. Now they're waiting for you to bring new information based on, you know, where you were leading them with the last, you know, blocks of value you delivered to them. So we got all these, you know, we get all our business posts regardless. Now let me explain something. You know, if you want to make this many business posts per year, or if you want to make 5 business posts per day, you can still make those business posts, 5 business posts, just don't do them all together in the same place. You know, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Pinterest, Twitter, TikTok, you know, there's thousands of websites out there, let alone social medias. There's a lot of social medias where a lot of people's gathered. So if you're on 5 social medias or more, you'll get your 5 business posts every day, and you'll be branded very well across every platform. And it's not going to take you really that much additional effort. You know, if you build all your content out on Facebook, for instance, and then, you know, how long does it take for you to share a link, or you know, how long does it take you to share the content that you already made today to all 5 social media channels, right? Because you could shoot a 10-minute, you could shoot 4 10-minute videos as your value post, and then you come over and then you share them, right? You put in 40 minutes of work throughout the day. Now you share them to social media. That's not going to take you no time at all. So guys, if you're putting in that 40 minutes every day, you know, that 40 minutes adds up over time. You know, if work or a job paid somebody randomly an extra 40 minutes per day that they didn't work, how much money would that be by the end of the year? And you can almost feel your mind, it starts to count and calculate that that is in fact a lot of extra money you would be earning with just the extra 40 minutes per day. So day 1, you have your value post, then your business post. This doesn't have to go in any order. Day 2, you have your value post, and then your business post. Day 3, value post, then you have your business post. Right, you see, the more colors we add to our example in this video is the more interesting, you know, it actually is for you. And, you know, the more interesting and creative essentially that I am, the more value I can actually teach you, because one door opens another door. You know, if a door is closed, and all the byproducts of opening that door, or you know, more doors that open, what happens when you open that closed door is all the byproducts. Right, at this point, we should have proved our point clearly that, you know, what would you rather see coming down your timeline? Would you rather see these boxes and these squares that are outlined by colors, you know, any that are outlined by blue, purple, yellow, green, or would you rather just see the red X over and over again? You know, if you've seen the content that's in the green box on day one, you might not even mind seeing that content again later on throughout the year. You see, every when you're building value, if you're doing Facebook Live, for instance, or videos, right? These are pieces of property that you own. The resources that you create, you could use however you want. You're allowed to sell your knowledge. People write books and sell books all the time. We live in a day and age where if you want to make a book, now you can record that, have that transcribed, and have your book go from a thought to being published in under a week, right? And sharing information like that, you know, just because I shared it with you doesn't mean everyone in the world knows it. So someone could still pay to learn how to publish their book faster, and you could save them a whole lot of time and energy by simply, you know, giving them the method that will lead them to what they want, their book being published, their work being done, and getting their message spread. And they'll pay you for that. Now, as you see, we drew a whole lot of red boxes. Now, the red X's, right, the red X's or the black X's, they represent the 20 of the 80-20 rule. Everything else represents the 80%. You know, you got to be putting an effort into creating resources that is going to help you and help your team. More importantly, when you put people first, it'll be easier for you to have a topic of discussion to bring to your audience. The 80-20 rule, this is what it looks like, you know, as far as on a mathematical formula. It's pretty simple. As you can see, I got bored with it and started doing all the same color blue just to separate the just to show you the red boxes, right? This stuff's easy, guys. It's about being consistent every day. Understanding Rome wasn't built in a day, but you do need to be taking action today if you ever want to see the realization and manifestation of your Rome. You can't expect Rome to be built on your own, on the time that you don't understand it requires to be built. You can't expect all the effort to build Rome if you don't know all the effort that it takes, right? But if you expect the effort to build Rome and you move forward from that point, and you create resources every day that bring Rome closer and closer into your atmosphere, you know, that's how you get your Rome over time. You work today as if you could build it today. What you fall short with is resources for you to work towards your goal tomorrow. So I hope this video was you know, I hope this video helped you out. Right, we have Facebook as you know, Facebook, we could go live on Facebook and do a lot. We'll go back through our examples. We could go over to the Newbies on Fire group, right, and show you guys some more results that this is working for other people. Like, you can see my results. I haven't made nearly as much of an impact as Adriana and Kimberly did for the Newbies on Fire company, right? But I am pushing us forward as well. You know, my team is expanding, right? If I'd have gave up because it wasn't working too fast, let's look at something. Okay, so we got December 30th, right? Then I got January 31st. So December 30th was actually my join date. And I got December 31st was my second sell. We'll go back to, or I mean January, right? January 31st was my second sell at 2:30 a.m. in the morning. Then also another sell on January 31st, right? I joined on December 30th. I said 30 days, right? 30 days, I went from 0 sales per day to discovering, right, how many sales did I make this day? 1, January 31st, 2, January 31st, and then last Sunday we have right here. Now if we go to okay, so January 24th actually was our second sell. January 31st was our third and fourth sell. And we had 2 sales last Sunday. So what's happening is we're getting into the atmosphere of being able to make 2 sales per day because we have built up our brand. You know, we have all this content that represents us, and then we share a business post. So now, right now, I'm at 2 sales per day. If I right, I'm going to, it's how you win, keep building out the content day by day. It's literally 4 posts a day, then your business post. 4 posts, everyone could do 4 posts a day in a business post. If you can't do 4 posts a day in a business post, can you do 4 posts a day? Well, 4 posts and 1 business post every 2 days, right? You could break it down. You know, it's about starting where you're at, moving forward at a rate that you can control and not give up on yourself at, and you'll move forward. Now, if you could follow that, the longer you could follow that, right, the more value your brand's going to build for, the more value you will build for your own brand. Right now, when you build all this value for your brand and you get up here and you do the Facebook Lives and you get past your fears and your uncomfortabilities of getting live on camera in front of people, do you become a more confident person? You know, so if people like me are inside of a Newbies on Fire business that can show you ways that add up to you feeling more confident, you know, that is something to be, you know, that's something to brag about, that you can help people feel more confident. Not that I'm making you feel more confident or anything like that. I'm just showing you there are people that are scared, and there are people that need a message that maybe you could provide to them. It's up for you to decide. So what happens over time, if we're able to make 2 sales per day, which we are, because we did it before, our maximum potential with the Newbies on Fire business, as you can see, the level that we're currently at,
congratulations and welcome,
is the $250 level. But our max potential, you know, based off our ability to make 2 sales per day, which we already have done, the sale amount doesn't matter. The presentation is what people come through to see the product, and they decide which product they want. I know that's true because it happened here and here. I wasn't instructing people, they were starting where they wanted to start. So if we can already make 2 sales per day, which we can, you know, we're already qualified for $1,000 days. right? We're already qualified for here because our product is $500. We're able to make 2 sales per day. 500 times 2 equals 1,000. Now, if we have 30, don't get me wrong, you might not make 1,000 every single day, but if you made it one day, wouldn't it be easier to believe that you could make it the next day and again in your future? Where was we going with this? Okay, so 30 days. Let's start with 1 sale per day at the $500 level. And let's look over let's look over how much time you actually have to get to this point of 1 sale per day to be able to make $500 per day. So if minimum wage is $7.25 times 40 hours a week equals 280 minus taxes equals, let's go with 250 to be safe. And they pay you this, well, they pay you, you multiply this number by 2 equals $500 day, which is payday, right? It took 14 days plus your delay time if you were a minimum wage worker to make this $500. So if 1 sale per day, right, let's break down the math. Over the course of 30 days, this person only makes $1,000 a month. To match where they're already at, they only need to make 2 sales per month. We already showed you how we got in a position to make 2 sales per day and seen it unravel right before our eyes, and be able to do it again all inside the same business, right? We already showed you that that's possible. Now over 30 days, you really only need to make 1 sale every 2 weeks. That is doable, right? If you can convince yourself that that's not doable, I really don't know what to tell you. So I'd rather talk to the audience that knows that that is possible, right? 1 sale every 2 weeks will get you this income. You already have to wait 14 days to make the $500 a day. You don't think if you put in effort for 14 days, and you actually believed in the product and focused on doing the things we're actually showing you to do, which starts with your mindset. You might not believe you can make $500 in a day because you're used to that taking 14 days, right? Well, on that 14 days, you already got paid out 500. You've made $500 in a single day of your life. It just took you 14 other days of your life to get there. So you have made 500 in a day. But besides all that, when you when you set your goal, make 500 a day versus make 1 sale per day. I mean, you could show yourself in your imagination 1,000 different ways you can believe in yourself to make 1 sale per day. When you make a sale per day, you're paid $25, $100, $250, or $500, or whatever your current business opportunity already pays. So, let's go over to mine. Can you make 1 sale per day? If you can make 1 sale per day, you can make $500 because we have a $500 product that you could sell. This is no different than, it's a hot summer day, da 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 da. Here's a beach towel down here. Here's a stand. Right, this stand has bottles of water on it. Right, it has water. And it's a hot sunny day. People are at the beach and they see your water stand. Now, will you make one sale per day in this situation? If you were over here and you're the one with the water, would you make one sale per day? Right, let's say the water is teaching people how to make $500 a day online. And the heat that is the heat that's driving people crazy and making them need water is lack of money. Now you might think this is a problem. These people have a lack of money, so they don't have money to move forward with the business, but that's not what you're supposed to be focused on. Your only focus is getting a email address, right? You need their Gmail. Because if now is not the time, you want this email address to contact all your leads in the future, right? You want, if you're in this long term, you're going to need, which you should be, because all you have to do is do the long-term stuff in the beginning, and you'll start seeing the efforts pay off rather quickly. You want to be collecting emails regardless. These people have a lack of money, so how is their situation going to change without them hitting the Powerball or getting another income stream? If they don't, their problem's not going to change. So your solution will still be viable today as it will be 30 days from now. Now the person that's in this heat, which we know is lack of money, they might have only seen one of your value posts. They might not have seen all your value posts yet, right? They might want to start smaller. But this person, one thing they don't want to do, they don't want to keep having this problem. This problem, right? This problem is what you're in their life to provide an answer to. Sometimes people are stubborn and you got to help them find the answer to a problem you already know how to solve. That's okay, because when you help them find that answer, the byproduct that you create, or the product that you actually create, is value. That's the byproduct you create. Now your business turns from a red square to a green square. I say that because people are more comfortable, right, with the green color than the red color, right? Red, this looks like no, is often represented by no. Green looks like yes and is often represented by a check mark, meaning yes. Now value, this is the gold. All the gold nuggets you have, share those. If you're scared to share them, don't share your information. Is too secretive, but make sure you're still sharing enough that will change someone's life. That's how they will come with you and do business with you, because you gave them a concept that already altered them, that they agree with and they chose to agree with. You can't force no one to do nothing, but you could give them concepts and your reasoning, and they could choose to agree with you, know you, like you, trust you, want to do business with you, and then finally do business with you. And that ends this video, guys. I really don't know the title for the video. It'll be something branding. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Check the comments section for information on moving forward. Be sure to leave me a like, comment, and subscribe if you are new to the channel. I'm working hard to get to my goal of unlocking my YouTube channel and having an actual link I could share with people. So if you could help me reach 100 subscribers, I would be extremely grateful. My name's Dre Hall. I'll see you guys on the next video.